A lot of foreigners, when they come from abroad, they say, oh, Japanese educations are good, their quality is fantastic. When you think of the Japanese education system, the teachers are working way too hard. And what we're doing is we're reducing their workload. But at the same time, we're educating, kind of manufacturing the future leaders of Japan.
Hello and welcome to Startup Passport by Econsulate in collaboration with Takeoff Tokyo. Today we're joined by Gaku Fujita, CEO of Moon Japan. Could you tell us a little bit more about Moon Japan and what you do?
Hi, my name is Gaku Fujita. I am co-founder and co-CEO of Moon Japan. We are a edtech company in Japan. We focus on entrepreneurship education, and we also do some DX side on the human resource side in the school education world. And we also have like a little cram school kind of stuff too. So we kind of support through like elementary school till when they got out of university. So like about 12, 15 years.
Could you share a little bit more how you support them?
Yeah, so we have this base program where we kind of coordinate teachers and classes and stuff like that. It's called Moonshot, and we allocate entrepreneurs and other professionals in each area to go to schools and educate them. And we also have a cram school, like an extension of that. We say we educate 0 to 1 through Moonshot, and then we do 1 to 10 in cram school. And then we get a lot of data from them. So we use that data to help companies with HR side. And we basically allocate students who are proficient and people who have interest in that area to specific companies.
Okay, so you're helping companies connect with skilled professionals.
At the end, yes.
Okay, interesting. Was there a specific rationale or inspiration that led you to start Moon?
Well, the thing is, my co-founder, the company is only like 1.2 years old or something. It's a really, really new startup, but the whole idea was, I think it started 4 years ago, and we worked on it for about 3 years, thinking of what we could do. And the original thought was we just wanted to have more friends and more, members who are interested in social issues and business at the same time. But we didn't see much, so we were like, you know what? The education system is the whole, basic. We need to change this area, and then that's how we started our business.
So you were looking for a community, couldn't find it, and you pivoted to create to a certain extent?
Technically, yes. Well, we did find communities, but it was really small, and we didn't think. I mean, like the community where I was in, we had about like 100 students or something who were, doing businesses and just working on stuff. But what I felt was like, okay, let's pretend 10 years later we'll have 1 or 2 unicorns from them, but that's only like what, $2 billion worth of economic side, and we're like, that's too little to make actual social changes. So we decided, we're like, you know what, the problem is in the numbers. We need to just expand the numbers. We need more and more students to kind of at least have interest. And when we wanted to do that, we were like, eventually we ended up in the public education sector. So that's how we started.
Just want to touch quickly upon social issues. What is the main one that you're looking to address with Moon Japan?
As of our company, what we're addressing is the workload issues in the education world. A lot of foreigners, when they come from abroad, they say, oh, Japanese educations are good, their quality is fantastic. How do you educate them? But like, it's true that the quality is good, but and also the quantity too. But like, when you think of the Japanese education system, the teachers are working way too hard, and they're not getting paid enough and stuff like that. And what we're doing is we're reducing their workload. So that's what we're doing right now to commit to the social issues we're facing. But at the same time, what we're doing is we're reducing teachers' workload, but at the same time, we're educating and kind of manufacturing the future leaders of Japan. So that's kind of what we're doing.
Now, I wanted to also touch upon your personal life. You're balancing both a startup and a university life. For other people who are looking to do the same thing, start their own business or even join another startup. Do you have any advice for balancing the two?
Okay, let's say you're starting a startup and you're also attending, for example, university. Depends which university you go. This really depends. For example, my university and my place I'm studying in is really, I would say it's not fit for startups
I
because
see.
it's like you need to go to every classes. There's no like 300 student classes and stuff like that, so they take attendance and stuff like that. So it's not really recommended, and I'm having a hard time doing it. So I wouldn't say if you're in sales, we'll say the sales, you shouldn't do it. But if you're not, then I think it's okay. And especially if you're just joining a startup, I think that's all good. It
Okay.
depends on the CEO. Then it's all up to them. But if you're like actually founding and making your own startup, I think it's a different story. Because for me, for example, I have my investors and I have my stakeholders. They're kind of
Yeah.
betting a lot of money, so we have this responsibility to return to them, and it's not that easy to commit on that when you're having your own startup and university at the same time. So if you're like damn serious, I'm taking my time off university.
Yeah.
And that's what I decided. So I'm not saying not to do it, but if you're like really serious on it, or if you're just touching on it, if you're touching on it, go ahead. But if you're really serious, I wouldn't recommend to go to universities. If there's a good enough reason that your stakeholders will say yes to, that's okay. But I don't think a lot will. So I wouldn't recommend to just do at the same time. It's not worthy. But
Yeah. You also suffer from a lack of focus as well, don't you?
yeah, it's crazy. Because this term I'm going. Well, yeah, it's chaotic. So I wouldn't say.
So
I wouldn't recommend it.
It's based on the context and the university.
Yeah.
But if you're joining a startup,
If you're
should
joining a
be
startup,
okay. Yeah.
should be okay. Unless you're full committed. If you're even full committed, you could technically do it. So, but the thing is, if you're the founder, that's a whole different story. So
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing your story with us and your insights. And that's it from us at Startup Passport. And we'll see you next time.